Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.eliances.com.
All right, so let's get down to this. I think this is an amazing story, too, of how you even got started into it and why, heck, if someone wants to be maybe potentially become a famous actor like you in the movies, why they should start in the hotel industry and what role you played.
Well, I was a doorman. I was a doorman on Central Park South for 10 years. But, you know, I mean, I had aspirations of going into the theater world, becoming an actor, but I kind of let that go. I was a young guy. I got married the first time and had a kid right away, so I had to support. And I had this job. First job I ever had in a hotel was bellhop for the summer. And I knew that job you could make money, so I had got another job as a doorman, actually pretending to be my dad. Yeah, well, because I called up the hotel. I called up the general manager who I worked for that summer. It's a funny story. His name was Mr. Flaherty. And they said, well, what company are you from? I said, Nick Turturro. I had the same name as my dad. And then they put him on, Mr. Flaherty. And he was like a sharp guy. And he goes, hello, Nick, how are you? So I like lowered my voice and I said, okay, Mark, how you doing? And he goes, how you doing? How's everything? I said, very good, very good. You know, I said, I wanted to get right to it. I said, you remember my son? He wanted to talk about construction. I was like, yeah, no, it's good, Mark. I said, you remember him? He's looking for a little something. So, oh, yeah, send him right over. And so I went over to the St. Moritz, and he sent me to the bell captain. And the guy had to, like, hire me because he didn't want to hire me because he liked to hire his own people. But the GM basically told him, find something for this kid, you know. So I started out as a part-time weekend doorman, and then it eventually turned into a full-time doorman. But you made good money, you made a good living. It was a union job. And, you know, I met the whole world there. I met famous people, rich people. And then even when I first started acting, like, you know, 6-7 years later, you know, I do an acting job and I go back to the door. And then, you know, people started noticing me. They were like, wow, you're a doorman. You work here. I saw you in the movie. I was like, yeah. Matt Dillon one time stopped me on the street. And he was like, what are you doing? Wow. He goes, you're good. And I said, yeah, thanks. And, you know, so I kept my job for a few years while I was acting, but I knew I was started doing good. People were like, hey, you know, I think you're going to make it out of this job. And I said, yeah, maybe. And then finally, you know, when I got that NYPD blue job, I didn't know how that was going to work out. But I said, well, this is it. I make a choice. I'm either going to be an actor or whatever the rest of my life. So I said, I'll resign and hang up my doorman clothes. And I became a working class full-time actor.
Well, Nick, we've got another question for you, too. And I think this is important. You mentioned about your son and stuff. What advice do you have for secrets for the young actors that are out there to be able to make an impact on the world and within movies like you have? I mean, playing all these various roles, especially, too, again, the comedy roles. Yeah, you know, you're awesome in them. You're awesome in all the roles and stuff. But what kind of secrets would you have for them to be able to make an impact? Maybe it's within acting. Maybe it's something else.
You know, I think it's all about, you know, you personally. It's not, there's no real secrets. It's if something that you have a passion for, something that you're really good at in life. I don't care what it is, whatever you're great at in life or whatever you're really good at in life. And if you know, are committed, like I wasn't committed. I didn't really, you know, go all the way till I was like, you know, in my later 20s. And then I was like, once I got serious, you got to be serious because it's tough, man. Really, it's like, you know, filled with rejection, filled with no. You know, you're always looking for somebody to say, yeah, you can do it. And even when you do it, you go, wow, this is harder than I thought. And you see how great some of these people are, and you're like, wow, these people, I just hope I don't suck. But if you love it and you're committed and you know, you got the ability and you got the thick skin, and you know, because it's too hard of a field. People are like, I'd like to try acting. I always, what do you got to do? And I'm like, you know what? There's not a secret, you know, simple formula what you got to do, but it's got to be something that, you know, you take. It's a craft, and it is an art. And not everybody gets an opportunity. Not everybody that's even talented. I mean, sometimes when I think about it, that I've been doing this for 30 years, I go,
Wow.
I can't believe that I actually did it, but I'm older now. So now I'm like, I can't even remember what I did because so much has happened, good and bad, but a lot of good. I mean, I can't complain. I tasted, some great stuff. I mean, experienced things that, that I used to dream about in my room, and then I was like living it. It was one thing dreaming it, but the thing is, you got to kind of go out and live it, you got to go out and live it. And then, because then it's like, I think when you're living it, you don't always think about it. It's like anything else. It's like when you're watching something, it's harder, or you're thinking about it, but you got to do it, and it's not easy. But, if you love it, I say go for it. No matter how. Listen, it can happen to me. It can happen to, it happens every day. But you got to be totally in,
Well, Nick, you're definitely in. You're committed. You definitely have mastered your skill in art. You entertain your fans and make them think. That's a hero. Nick Turturro, starring in Shooting Heroin. You can go to Shooting Heroin. You can go to heroinfilm.com. Once again, that's heroinfilm.com. This has been David Kogan with Eliances. David Kogan with Eliances, where you can meet top mentors, investors, angels, startups, business owners, and more. Make a life-changing decision. Go to Eliances.com, Eliances.com with me, David Kogan. Fill out the roundtable application. It will change your life. You will be able to increase your business like no other. Top mentors, investors, and angels. Eliances.com with me, David Kogan. Make a difference. Do it now. Eliances.com, David Kogan.